Welcome back. Today's video, we're obviously going to be looking at Kaspa coin because it's had a massive rise in the past month or 2 weeks. We're just going to be going over the price, what I think the price is going to be doing in the next couple of weeks. And then we're going to go into Kaspa mining and looking at the hash rates for certain GPUs, which ones are profitable, and what mining softwares are the best ones. So as we can see here on CoinMarketCap, we have a price of 3.5 cents. So this is a massive rise since, around the 20th of March, I think it was something like that, where we had a little uptick and then it just shot up from there. And we've gone up around 150% in price. Now it was, if we check 3 months ago, back at 0.004, so that was half a cent. And then it went up to 1 cent, which we passed around up 2 months ago, I think it was, or a month ago. And then it just kept rising from there. And this is where people started to just jump on the network, and it's had a meteoric rise from there. So if we click back onto the 1 month chart, we can see that around the 20th to the 19th of March was when we actually saw a massive increase in price, and it just shot up from there. Now, when we're actually on hashrate NO, they've got this price versus reward for Kaspa. And right here on the 20th of March, you can see where this line is about to actually cross over. So the price of Kaspa equals the rewards of Kaspa. So at that point, it was more rewards for the price. We saw the actual rewards drop off just because the hash rate's going up. And this is what you tend to see for basically all coins that have a rise like this. You'll see these two lines cross over, and that's how you kind of know that a coin is going to actually skyrocket if these two lines start to get closer. So you could look at other coins to kind of figure this out, but for now we're just looking at Kaspa coin, and maybe I'll do a video on these other coins later in the future. So in terms of price, I think the Kaspa coin obviously is having a massive rise right now, but we are definitely going to see a correction. I don't think it should be priced at this for what it is actually providing right now. I think there needs to be a little more for Kaspa coin to provide, just in terms of, DAG Knight introduction and the Rust rewrite. Maybe this is what's causing the price to actually go up, but they need stuff like smart contracts as well implemented onto the chain. And this is going to take a while, probably around a year and a half or so, to actually get all these implemented and working on the network so that we can use it. And if we click on markets, we can see that a load of exchanges have actually started to list Kaspa coin. I remember when I made my first video about the coin, I think it was only Trade Ogre and TXBit that were trading Kaspa coin. And now they've got Gate.io, MEXC. So they're starting to get these bigger exchanges. And hopefully we can see it on Binance one day. That would probably shoot the price of the coin up like massively if we saw it on Binance. Anyway, now let's have a little look at Kaspa mining. So these are all the profitable GPUs, as you can see here. We've got the 40 series, and I just want to mention this is 10 cents per kilowatt hour. We can actually up this in a minute, and then we'll see how this changes for different profitabilities. So there is a ton of GPUs that are profitable at 10 cents. We've got all the 20 series, all the 30 series, all the 7000, 6000 series from AMD. And if we keep going, there's 6000 there, 30 series. There's even the 1080 series. Even the 1660s are profitable, but they are, not bringing in that much profits. And then we hit unprofitability at the RX 5080. So there's about 10 GPUs below that, which aren't going to be profitable. But for the most part, if you have a GPU and you have 10 cents per kilowatt hour, you're going to be profitable on Kaspa coin. Obviously, the Intel ARCs aren't going to be very profitable. They have been awful for mining on pretty much every coin. Now let's actually change this up to 20 cents per kilowatt hour and see where the profitability stops there. So we have the 40 series here, the 6900 series and the 6950 XT is obviously profitable. The 30 series are going to be profitable. We have the A5000 here, which is a really efficient GPU, but they obviously cost a lot of money, so I wouldn't really invest in buying one of them. And then we hit unprofitability at around the 20 series, so the 2060. They have the 1660 still there, A2000, 2060, 2070, 3060, and then, anything above that realistically. And then just below that is the 1080 Ti and the 1080. Profitability can be had on Kaspa coin from a lot of GPUs. It's basically made every GPU profitable at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. And then at 20 cents per kilowatt hour, we're starting to get the older GPUs like the 10 series out. But still the 20 series are going to be profitable to mine with. Now, if you actually want to know the benchmarks for Kaspa coin, if you have any of these GPUs that will be profitable and you want some overclocks for it, you can actually go on hashrate NO and you can just click on the benchmarks tab here. So here we have it for efficiency, mining Kaspa, and the hash rate. So whichever one you want to get the most hash rate on, or if you want to go for efficiency. Now people are going to tend to go for efficiency because it's way better, and you also spend less for more Kaspa coin, if that makes sense. You always want to go for efficiency. So at the top here, they just have some FPGAs. I don't think they have the VPU 36 or the 35 that a lot of people are getting right now. But they have a couple of FPGAs here that you can actually look at. And as you can see, they've got crazy efficiency, about 4 times the efficiency of any GPU. So what you want to do if you have any of these GPUs and you've checked their profitability on this kind of thing, then you want to go over to benchmarks, and then you basically want to click here, and it will give you overclocks for the GPU that you're looking for. So they have medium overclocks, so it depends on how much you want to push your card realistically. And then they have high overclocks, so if you want to push it a bit further. And it just shows you the core offset and the core clock, and then the memory offset and the power limit. So they don't actually have a power limit here, so I assume that it's just going to be, if it just says that, I assume it's going to be the top power limit and just let it run for 100%. And then below it, it actually shows what date it was tested on. So you can see there, it was tested on the 30th of January, and that was the revenue and that was the profit. And the revenue in Kaspa coin, this is obviously going to be different because Kaspa has had a massive spike in profitability and in hash rate. So you're not going to get as much Kaspa coin, but you'll get, probably around 30% of what is showing right here. If it was done in January, you probably get 30% because the difficulty is shot up on the network and the hash rate is at an all-time high. And then it shows here the hash rate for the card, the efficiency, and the power right there. So if you want overclocks for Kaspa coin, you can click on the benchmark tab and you can basically explore it through there. But obviously, if you want to go for hash rate, you can click on this side as well. Now, what is the best Kaspa mining software? Well, so overall for GPUs, you probably want to use BZ Miner or LOL Miner, just because BZ Miner has these ERG and Ethereum Classic and ETHW integrations, plus they have basically everything else added on top of that. So if we head over to BZ Miner's GitHub, you can see that they have significantly improved Kaspa hash rate and efficiency. That was for 14.1.1. And then if you go to 14.1.0, they have that again. So slight improvement in Kaspa hash rate and efficiency. So what they've been doing is they've just been building on this and basically improving the hash rate and efficiency for all cards. And they've also added in this Ironfish mode, so you can actually mine with Ironfish when it comes out. So if you haven't seen my video on that, you can go check it out on the channel. It's just a new coin that is going to probably be, one of these Kaspa coins in the future. Now, when we go back to mining softwares, I just want to mention that for FPGAs, if any of you have any, or you're thinking of getting some, it doesn't actually run off a mining software like BZ Miner. It runs through Team Red Miner, and then you have to pay a dev fee for the bit streams. So a bit stream is basically a thing that you download and put it onto the FPGA. So if you're thinking about getting into that, I'd recommend watching some videos just on FPGAs, how they work, what a bit stream is, and what Team Red Miner is. It's basically like a miner, as you can see here, but the bit stream is the main thing. Now there's also some big news for Kaspa coin in terms of wallets. So I've been waiting for this for a while, and I'm sure a lot of you have as well. I just saw it on the community tab, so I thought I'd just bring it up here instead of going to Twitter. But there's a new kid on the block. It just shows a tweet here. And Zelcore have added Kaspa to their wallet. So you can now actually use Zelcore to import your Kaspa wallet. This is great because we wanted to see a wallet that could hold Kaspa. I know I've been using the web wallet for the longest time now, for around 4 months since I started mining it back in, I think it was December. So it's good to see that Zelcore have implemented this, and it's probably going to entice more users to start using Zelcore because Kaspa is on it. And then lastly, we have the statistics from Hive OS, and this comes from Second TL Mining. Shout out to him. He's a crypto mining YouTuber like myself. I know this is from the Hive OS thing, but he makes videos on this every month about the GPU mining stats. And as we can see here, if we put full screen, we can see that Kaspa is actually at the top at 29% of all the coins mined on Hive OS. So they don't have one for Windows, obviously, because you can't really track that. But Hive OS is a software, so they can track which coins are getting what and what hash rates. So as you can see, the algorithm, the top algorithm is Kaspa, and then it's ETH hash. So that's for Ethereum Classic. And the top coins is Kaspa at 29%, and then Ethereum Classic at 17%. Strangely enough, we have Raven coin there. I wouldn't think that that was going to be as high. I thought that we'd have Dynex or Nexa on top of it, but Nexa is here at 7% as well. And then if we keep going down, Nexa Pow is at 7% here. Now, I can't actually see Dynex on here, which is surprising because it is the most profitable coin to mine. So you'd think that it would be at least somewhere on the list, but I guess that it hasn't been big enough. And I think we'll probably see it on the list next month. So anyway, Kaspa has overtaken Ethereum Classic. So last month, I believe that they were just even at around 20%, and now they've actually overtaken it by a large majority. So it just goes to show that Kaspa is probably going to be the next Ethereum coin in terms of mining, and in terms of price, it's going to shoot up a lot more. But I also think it needs a correction before we can actually see it skyrocket up to, you know, something like 10 cents or 20 cents or even $1. So hopefully you got some information from this video. I'll leave links to Hashrate NO and the Kaspa Overclocks, so you can actually look at them yourself in the description below. And I'll leave a link to BZ Miner, as we can see here. Just for the newest release of BZ Miner, I'll leave that in the description below as well. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more content like this.